Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes. Make sure that you lot are subscribers to the channel. We've got man like Lawless here again. You know, as always, when it comes to previewing time, this is the man. And Dan is not the man right now, man. I've been seeing this guy on Sky Sports News, you know, suffering in pain. You know, these lot are talking about they could go down and that. He's been moaning for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling first of all, Lawless, man? Before we even talk about your club, how are you? How are you first of all, bro? You good?
Yeah, listen, besides football, I'm good. Besides the football, but the football's consuming my life right now, so I can't really say I'm good because I'm living this West Ham nonsense. So it's hard to say, yeah, like it's not great.
No, it's true, man. It's true. That's the thing about football, man. Like, when you obviously, I don't know, you've given away your season ticket, innit?
Yep.
So you ain't even going to the games no more. But every single weekend, bro, this is our life. And when you're full time as well, innit? In terms of the content, yeah.
Yeah.
Full time, innit? So you're speaking about it all the time. So naturally, it's gonna affect your life as much as you don't want it to, bro. It's gonna affect your life.
Yeah.
Like, I remember you lot, because obviously I'm from East, yeah, and like everyone knows, I know a lot of West Ham. I've got a lot of friends that are West Ham fans. When you guys were like pushing for Champions League and that, you lot was on top of the world. You know, you lot on top of the world. When Poch was here, you're telling me if Chelsea finish above us, then Moyes has got to get sacked. Now you're talking about, you know, just praying to stay in the league. Times have changed, buddy.
You will never ever let that go. You will never ever let that go. Like, this is it, man. Like, honestly, yeah, this is like 7 days a week I talk about this football club, and 7 days a week I'm complaining about this football club. It's very rare, and people say I'm negative, but the club is negative. I can't sit here and be like, yeah, this is brilliant, man. David Sullivan, what a job he's doing. Like, oh my God, did you see the way we performed against Sunderland? We were like on top for like 20 minutes before we conceded 3 goals. Exciting. Like, no, it's not good enough, man. It's not good enough.
100%, bro. And no one should expect you to bury your head in the sand, bro. That's not a way of being a fan, bro. It's like it's the same thing as right now. If you've got kids that are naughty, you're not gonna just lie to them and say, "Oh, you're doing so well. You're doing so well, son." Like you're gonna tell them the realness. If you care about someone, you're gonna tell them the realness. And it's the same thing as you right now. The way your club's being run, bro, it's a joke. Like what's going on at West Ham right now, bro? Because obviously we play you lot tomorrow. You've been our bogey team. You were a bogey team for a minute, but like recently we've beaten you. To be fair, like last season we beat you twice. I think the season before that at the Bridge, Poch beat you as well as a 6-0. That we were 5-0 in it, 5-0. We beat you at the Bridge as well. But obviously last season we beat you quite early away, and you came to the Bridge, and then we beat you in that game as well. We beat you 2-1. Remember, you lot scored first. Kudus was on fire. But yeah, Gil comes on at halftime, helps us change the game. Pedro Neto scored, and then Palmer luckily managed to get the second one for us. I think it was a mistake from it deflected off of someone, if I remember correctly, and then it kind of went into the goal. But overall, in the second half, it was a lot better. But first of all, bro, before we even talk about the game, what has gone wrong for West Ham, man? Why are you lot in this position where you could be getting relegated, bro?
Because I've said it before, and I've said it again, we are a badly run football club. There is no structure. There's no planning. We are just awful. We have built a very, very poor squad. There's good players in that squad, but on the balance, like I said, it's good individuals, terrible team overall, unbalanced. And that is because David Sullivan. And we keep changing managers. We've gone from Moyes to Lopetegui to Potter. Nothing has changed from Moyes' last season to Potter's first full season. And that's what it comes down to, man. We've got an old, slow team, and we still haven't addressed it. We got in Diouf, who's got a bit of pace, but you know he's a fullback. The midfield is where the issue is, and we still haven't signed a single midfielder. You know, we had bids knocked back for Andre Santos and Chukwuemeka, which I guess we'll probably talk about in a bit. But they're not serious bids. Obviously, you're not getting them done. You're looking busy, but you're not actually doing anything meaningful in the window, and that's the problem.
100%, bro. And listen, midfield is a position, where if you have not got a good midfield in the league, bro, like that have the pace, you know, the power, the skill, the flair, you know, just the balance in there, you're going to lose a lot of games. Because regardless of having a good attack, you know, and you can score goals, but if your midfield's being run through, or your midfield's not really creating much, it's going to be a problem, man. I'm seeing right now you lot are looking at potentially getting rid of Paqueta as well. Like, what's going on in that situation? Because he bust case, isn't it? Bust case, but he looks like he might still be leaving, right?
This is it. Like, because of how bad we're run, the finances. I don't know how to fight. We're supposed to be one of the top 20 richest clubs in the world, right? And yet we're standing having to sell players to raise funds. And yeah, it's a shambles, man. I mean, look, if he wants to leave, then he needs to look in the mirror because he owes us after we've stood by him. If we're trying to sell him, then we're the problem because we need to be keeping them sort of players. I know he hasn't been great in the past few years, but now, like you said, he won his case. Now it's a chance to, kick on. And he should be better without that hanging over his head. So we should be keeping him. He's not he's nowhere near the priority of players we need to move on. We just got rid of Alvarez, who's probably our best midfielder, not including Paqueta, as I see more of an attacking player, but in terms of that midfield, Alvarez is one of the best. We've just loaned him to Fenerbahce, to Jose's team.
Yeah.
How does that make sense? Guido Rodriguez and James Ward-Prowse.
Surely that means that means you're gonna bring in my man from Southampton, no? I see you lot putting another bid for him.
Well, they've denied that bid. They actually came out and said, no, we didn't make the bid because we ain't got that sort of money. And it's like
West Ham have denied it.
Yeah, West Ham denied that they made that 40 mil bid.
Bro, do you think this guy will ever sell, bro? Because you're an attractive club. You're in London. You've got a massive stadium. Like, you've got a good fan base. There's if a serious owner comes in, West Ham can, you lot have had some ballers over the years, man. Like, do you think he'll ever sell?
Apparently, he wants to give it to his kids, yeah. And all I can hope is that his kids want to sell because, my God.
The same kids I used to see in Faces. I used to see his kids in Faces, bro.
Yeah, they love it. They love it in there. But I cannot do another generation of Sullivans. Like, I just can't do it, man. We've had it for too long now. It's time. It's time to go. It's as a good man once, and it's time to go. Get them out.
I hear it, man.
Never go anywhere, man. Like you said, the potential is there. The potential is there, man. We just need the right owners, and so many other clubs are run better than us. Newcastle, Villa, Brighton, Bournemouth. Who else? Would I say Villa?
Yeah.
All of them clubs. Like, there's so many clubs that was in the Championship while we was in the Prem, get promoted and then overtake us.
They've overtaken you, 100%. West Ham should not be a team that's finishing below, like, in the top 10, man. Like, I thought you lot stabilized for a bit. Like, you were looking really good. Like, you obviously go and win the Conference League and that as well. Like you mentioned, Potter's here now, and I know this guy very well. This man at Chelsea, bro. The job was too big for him. Now, I understand that you obviously need to make signings as well, yeah, to help the quality of the team. But what have you thought about Potter so far, bro? Like, because he's not really made much of an improvement. I thought he would actually be good for West Ham, but it kind of just feels like it's the same old, bro. Like, what's he been on, man? How's he been sort of managing your team?
See, this is the thing, right? West Ham is a big job in itself. It's not like big as the Chelsea job, but it's a pressure job, right? It's not an easy come here, coast, finish mid-table every season and we're happy. So there is pressure to it. I saw good things from him. Like, when he first came, there was performances against the better sides where I saw something, but more often than not, we're not playing them sides. We're playing the teams in and around us, and it's just there's no intensity about how we play. Why can't we play that week in, week out? But I gave him the whole. I was like, cool, this is pre-season, right? You're coming in next season. That's your time. He's had a pre-season now. We played Sunderland. Nothing has changed, and I can sit there and say, well, that's personnel. Until the personnel changed, how we play won't change. That's fine. But it's his lineup selection that's against Sunderland that really worried me. It really worried me because he picked a midfield that no one agreed with. When he put Rodriguez and Ward-Prowse in that midfield, collectively, every West Ham fan said, what is he doing? What is this midfield? And every single West Ham fan was proved right. How did we all see it and he didn't see it? How did he play Freddie Potts throughout the whole pre-season and then drop him for Sunderland and play Rodriguez, who's supposed to be
that Potts guy looked alright. I caught your game against United because I remember I was on holiday at the time, and I watched a bit of it. He looked alright, to be fair. That Potts guy.
Yeah. Like, he's a promising youngster. Like, there's no way that Rodriguez should be starting over him. No way. The guy is garbage. He's got to go. he's supposed to be going, and then he starts him. And then we wonder why we're so crap. And this is the issue. Like, if he plays the midfield that everyone can see, do you know what? He's put the best possible team out and we still lose. You go, cool. That's what you've got to work with. The team's the team, right? We need more. But you put out a crap team like that and then lose, that's on you, mate.
No,
so
100%.
he's on fraud watch at the moment. He really is.
What went wrong for you lot last week as well, man? Because I had your game on for a bit, yeah. And yeah, I switched over. I think I was watching Spurs and you, man, at the same time, trying to watch both games. Before you know it, I'm seeing 2-0, then I'm seeing 3-0. Like, what went wrong last week, bro?
We were so easy to defend against with the slow build-up play. We had more possession because we passed it around the defenders, and then we'd pass it to Wan-Bissaka. Then Wan-Bissaka would try to get it to Bowen, and they can see a mile of what we're doing. Everything's on the right-hand side. The youth is there, wide open on the left. They're not interested in him. He's got space. The guy can actually cross the ball better than anyone in the team, and we're not giving him the ball. He's actually got pace. So is Wan-Bissaka, to be fair. But if you're doing everything down the right-hand side, they know, they're prepared for it. Yeah. Get it to Wan-Bissaka, get it to Bowen, let Bowen try and shoot. Didn't bring Fulkrug into the game. Didn't bring Diouf into the game. Didn't bring Paqueta into the game. So the more time that they find in it so easy to defend against, over time they're getting more confident because they know what we're going to do when we get the ball. So they're going forward more, and they're putting in cross after cross after cross, and we got undone by 3 crosses. Our defenders are frauds in the air, really crap in aerially. The keeper, another Potter decision. I said, we bought this new keeper, but Areola should stay in and keep his place until he loses it, until he deserves to lose it. This new keeper comes in and has a disaster class.
One of those goals he should have saved, didn't it?
At least one. 2 of them goals, I think Areola saves 2 of them.
Yeah, Areola's not a bad shot stopper. He's a bit of a cat.
Yeah, he's good. He's a very good shot stopper. Last season, mate, he was unbelievable. Some of them games, he was like man of the match. So the fact that he just dropped him, he must have been sitting on the bench, pissing himself laughing, looking at that. Like, you've just dropped me like that. This guy's not played a minute for West Ham, and you've just dropped me. And look at the performance he gives, and that's on Potter as well.
No, I hear it, man. So how are you feeling going into tomorrow's game, bro? Like, obviously playing Chelsea. We're a team that you've actually kind of put up there this season. I'm not really hearing much disrespect from you these days when it comes to Chelsea. You're speaking about us in a good light. A lot of my boys that I've been speaking to that are West Ham fans are telling me, bro, you're gonna roll us over like 3-4-0. How do you feel going into the game tomorrow, bro? Do what's it looking like for you from a Chelsea point of view, bro?
I'm so relaxed going into this game. I'm so relaxed. I'm chilled out because I know what it's gonna be. I know what to expect. It's just easy. It's gonna be. It's gonna be all Chelsea, man. It's gonna be a rollover. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a rollover, and I'm just relaxed. I'm so calm because I'm expecting it. West Ham can't let me down. They can't disappoint me because I know what's coming. And that's what's gonna happen. Like, this is the thing. I can sit here and I've seen many games where seasons we've been crap. And the London derby comes up and we just turn it on, right? And last season we did turn it on against the bigger teams. But I just look at the players that we've got and our midfield versus your midfield, and it's mate. It's not happening. Like, one of the best midfields in the league versus the worst. Like, it's not. There's no way. Like, if you do not win this game, forget about being title challengers.
Facts.
You have to be winning, and you should be winning comfortably. Because if we're I do feel like, Bowen, and I think we'll get a goal, but we're not going to outscore Chelsea with the attack that you've got and how predictable our attack is. Your weakness is your keeper and your defense. And I'm not saying they're shit, but I'm just saying, if I look at your team,
people need to stop saying our defense. You need to start saying our centre backs, bro. Because no one can talk about Reece James and Cucurella as being a weak spot of our team. It's our centre backs that we need upgrades.
No, but true. But at the same time, they defend well, but it's their attack is their stronger part of their game, right? their attack
No,
first.
no. Nah, man. Reese is good both ways. Cucurella is good both ways, bro. Like
So
defensively,
you're
those
saying
two
they're
are
just
solid.
equal. They're as good going forward as they are defending.
Yes, bro. Reese don't really go forward anymore because obviously we know he breaks down. Like the reason why you've seen Reese manage to stay fit this long is because we use him as part of the build up in the free. So you'll see him staying back as a right centre back, and then you see him kind of go into the midfield sometimes. Sometimes he does the odd overlap, but you know the old Reese used to see bombing up and down with Tuchel. You don't see that no more because he can't. Bro, if he does it, he'll be gone within 2-3 games.
Yeah.
He can't do it. And then Cucurella, we use him in different ways. You see him inverting, you see him overlapping at times, you see him, playing as the free sometimes. There's many ways that we use both of them. But when you talk about them defensively, bro, for me, we've got the best fullbacks in the league. There's no better right back than Reese. And for me, there's no better left back than Cucurella, bro. I think he's the best left back in the world. I keep saying this. For me, he's the best left back in the world. I do, bro. I do. I think it's between him and Nuno Mendes at PSG. Right? Cucurella, bro, he's so underrated, bro. People disrespect him too much. Like he won the Euros, Lawless, and he just came into the team because he wasn't really playing like that. Poch put him into the team second half of the season, towards the end of the season. He benched Grimaldo, who just won the league and went unbeaten with Leverkusen. Yeah, he benched him. He was the best fullback at the Euros, bro. Even ended up getting an assist in the final. Locked up Saka in the final, if you remember as well. Right? Won the Euros. He comes back. He just last season for me after Caicedo, he was our best player. He's consistently 7 out of 10, bro. Last week he was a bit sloppy. The passing was a bit off and that. So I was at the game, first game. I'm not gonna overcook him because it's the first game. But honestly, bro, he is quality. He's like the new version of Aspilicueta now. He's so dependable, so dependable, bro. So he's good.
He started poor, but he's come into his own at Chelsea now for sure.
Yeah. When he came, yeah, but it was those circumstances, bro. Like the team, there were so many players that wanted to leave. He came into a team. He had. I remember he had tonsillitis. He was in hospital for over a week. He lost weight. His family house got burgled. So there's all these things you need to think about, bro. Like footballers aren't robots; they're human as well, right? He had things going on off the pitch, and it affected him on the pitch. You're talking about a guy that played with Graham Potter, his best football with Graham Potter. He has the same manager, but his performances weren't the same. So surely someone will be like, do you know what? Something must be off, innit? You've got the same manager. You should be doing better than this. And
but sometimes that just happens. Sometimes the step up's too big. But he's come good. He's come good. That's for sure.
100%. So the weak part of our team is our centre backs because, like, obviously we'll go through the lineups in a sec, but I don't know who we're gonna start at the back because Fofana's fit. He could start like he did last season. Tosin's back now as well. I think he'll probably start the game because we need someone who can build up from the back the way that Cole does. He knows how to do it. Josh had a good game last week, so again, he's another one that could start. Chalobah could start. That's the main part of our team where it's like consistently chopping and changing, and I don't like that. Like I want a team where we know our centre back pairing every week. You look at Arsenal, you know it's Gabriel and Saliba. You look at Liverpool, you know it's Konate and Van Dijk, right? With us, it changes every fucking week. It's so annoying, bruv. You know what I mean? But that's probably the weakest part of our team right now. I'll be real.
That's why I think we can score. I do think we can score. I can see us getting a goal. But yeah, we're not going to outscore Chelsea with your attack. Like our defense is suspect, let alone our midfield. But let's be fair, when you've got that much of a terrible midfield in front of you, it's hard to really shine. There's more pressure on the defense than there should. Then I put our centre backs. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Defense, because remember Saka and Diouf, both class. Diouf, he looked Saka in the England Senegal game. So yeah, man, them centre backs I'm watching, and none of them are good in the air. That's what worries me.
Yeah. Interesting, man. Let's go through your lineup anyway. This is the lineup that you've gone with for West Ham. Talk us through it, bro.
Yeah, so this is the lineup. So this is the lineup I think he will choose, right? So he'll probably stick with his boy Hermansen. It will be mad. It was mad to drop Areola off the bat. It will be mad to drop Hermansen off one game after his debut. So surely he's going to start him. This is kind of our defined back three: Kilman, Aguerd, and Todibo. He seems to have moved Aguerd in the center. He was on the left, but he seems to be a little bit better in the center. And then you've got Diouf is, by far our first choice centre back. Emerson hasn't been seen at all in pre-season. I guess he's supposed to be moving on, but he still hasn't. But he's not even been training. Wan-Bissaka, one of the first names on the team sheet. And the midfield, and this is what I'm surely thinking, he's probably going to stick with Ward-Prowse. He's made him a flipping vice-captain. I think Souček makes more sense in this game. I would go with Souček. Paqueta, but he's going to go, I think he'll stick with Ward-Prowse, Paqueta, and Freddie Potts. Like, I'm really giving him enough credit to say that he's not going to play Rodriguez again. He's going to learn his lesson, because if fans see Rodriguez on that team sheet, mate, he's done with the fan base. And then Fulkrug and Bowen as our two up top, which I'm not crazy about, because Bowen is better like as a clear right winger cutting inside. So yeah, that's probably what you're going to see. Like I said, I would hope that he would drop Ward-Prowse and play Souček. I think Souček would do well in this game, because we're not going to see a lot of the ball anyway. And he can just box crash.
Okay, so what? Bowen takes up that position there, like kind of playing up top, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. He usually sort of has a free roll, yes, because you've got Wan-Bissaka basically drives the ball up the byline and lays it off to Bowen, who's sort of floating around the edge of the box. And Bowen will try and pick it up and either drive it into the box or shoot from the edge of the box. And that's kind of what you're going to get with Bowen, or he'll try lay it off Fulkrug. So, but yeah, it's all going to be. This is what we did on Sunderland. This is kind of what we did in preseason. Let's all go through the right-hand side.
Yeah, no, I hear it, man. Listen, looking at that team, I'm sorry, Lawless, bro. We have to be beating that convincingly, man. You know, last week, there was a lot of sweeping statements last week about Chelsea and that, because obviously we drew against Palace, but broski, it's Palace end of the day. You know, Palace are very good defensively. We weren't even at our best, and we could have still won that game. You know, we had some chances in the second half. Esteval, he scores. Santos, he scores. We win that game. You know, there's a few things going on about the whole Eze goal, should it stood or not. I didn't even know about that rule. But if it's a rule, then unfortunately, it is what it is. He was that close to the wall. You know what I mean? It's one of them ones where I need to see it being actioned more often now. They've set a precedent now, so we need to see it more often. If you're close to the wall, the goal's got to be disallowed, or the free kick's got to be disallowed. You know what I'm saying?
Why isn't the referee coming and managing that anyway? Why isn't the ref going, hey, hang on, wait a minute, too close to the wall?
This is it. This is it, bro. This is it. But I was sitting behind the goal, innit? Where Eze scored, yeah, and like I could see them, you know, talking and tussling with Caicedo. So when he got pulled back for a foul, I was like, oh, I kind of saw something before the free kick got taken, innit? You know what I'm saying? But when you're at the game, they don't show you the replay, so I didn't know what was going on. It's only after where I watched it and I thought, okay, cool. That's what happened there. But yeah, let me show you our lineup, bro, because like I said, this week we need to make sure that we are again winning this game convincingly. I know it's only game week 2, but I'm sorry, bro. It's West Ham, innit? Like you're saying, you're not good at the minute. So that's what I've gone with. This is what I think he's gonna do. So Sanchez in goal, tossing in the middle of the three, because we build up in a three. I think he'll probably start Chalobah on the left-hand side, because obviously Cole was not fit right now. He'll probably start Chalobah on that side. And then Reece will be the right centre-back in build-up. And then you've got Caicedo. Cucurella tends to invert. He tends to tuck in. You see him a lot in this position, or he'll kind of go where like Enzo is. He kind of floats everywhere. And sometimes he crashes the box as well. Or you see him overlapping as well. Like I said, Caicedo on the other side of him. Esteval on this side. And then obviously Palmer on for me, he needs to start in the right half space. I would start Esteval on the right for this one. I thought when he came on last week, bro, he brought a bit of a spark, but we just weren't getting the ball to him enough. You know what I'm saying? This kid, I know he's only 18 and that, but broski, I don't care about the age right now. I'm looking at the quality that he brings, and he's got a lot to his game. You know, a lot to his game, bro. So I really want to see him start in this game, because I think him and Palmer can have a very good link up. And that's why I'm putting Palmer on the right-hand side, because in pre-season, we saw them linking up very well, man. Against Leverkusen, they were linking up well. I don't know if you saw the highlights of that game, but they were cooking. Enzo Fernandez, I'm still going to start him in this game in the left half space. It weren't great last week, I'll be honest. He doesn't look fit, Lawless. You know, first game back, this guy's been enjoying his holidays and that, right? But let's not over panic. If he performs the same way, you take him off at halftime and you bring Santos on, you know? But I won't be overly mad if Santos starts the game, because I like him as well. But I'll give Enzo benefit of the doubt, and I'll still start him for this game. Pedro Neto, I'll start on the left, because like I said, Esteval, I'll start him on the right. And then João Pedro, should be starting again for this one. I don't think Delap will start the game. Pedro last week, he was quiet, man. He was quiet, but we didn't really create much for him. He was quite frustrated. But I think this game's going to be the complete opposite, bro. I think we're going to, pick you out in the middle. You're going to see us breaking the line a lot more. Because like you're saying, your midfield ain't the greatest. I know you're probably putting Potts in there, but even so, bro, the way our midfield just moved the ball and the way we build, it should be better than last week. So that's the lineup that I think he's going to go with. And when you're talking about our bench, bro, you're talking about Delap, Santos, Asugo, Hato, Gittins, So our bench right now is quite stacked. What do you think of that lineup there, bro?
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's quality team, like some excellent players in there. And the way you look at it, if you've got both your fullbacks tucking inside there, that means that center of the pitch, you know what I mean? You're stacked there, do you know what I mean? In the middle. So we're gonna have to try and explore the channels. And this is the thing.
Yep.
If we had pace in the side and we could counter attack, we could find some space in the back, all right? But we can't. we're too slow to counter attack. There is no counter attack. So when we get the ball off you, it's a case of either slow build up or just try and hope we can play a diagonal ball to someone up the top and they can do something. But there's not enough pace once that player gets the diagonal ball, because that's either going to be Bowen or a full Krug or maybe flipping Paqueta's drifted out. And neither of these players have pace to, once they receive the ball, get into the box before the defense gets back.
Get back, yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%, bro. And that's spot on when you say that. Yeah, that's one thing that Cucurella is good at, bro. He's very good at, when we lose the ball, he's good at just running back and getting back into position. Very, very good at that. And then Reece in the transition, very good, man. Caicedo, you know what Caicedo's on, breaks up play really well. And yeah, we really, really press from the front. We work hard. You're going to see Neto working hard. You're going to see even Esteval works hard. It's going to be an interesting one, man. But
this is the thing as well, with the press. Our players shit themselves when they get pressed. Every time a player remotely runs in their general direction, pass back. Like, there's no, intent to try and beat the press and try and play through the press. It's just like, oh no, we're being pressed. Quick, pass it back.
There's no confidence. Everyone's just passing responsibility on. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. That's the problem. So any team that wants to, like Bournemouth, press the hell out of us and pinned us back in the preseason game. Yeah. And we don't seem to respond well.
That's what we're gonna do, bro. When it comes to counter pressing, we are one of the best at doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? One of the best teams at doing that, man. The way that we keep teams into their half, and mentally drain you, bro, is peak. But that sort of mentality, man, that comes from the manager. That comes from the manager, Lawless. I'm telling you, bro. When Potter was at Chelsea, I was looking at a bunch of snowflakes on the pitch. I'll be real. Like I was literally saying at the time, the team has taken shape of the manager. Would come out after losses and say, well, just not motivate the team, not motivate the fans. I used to see him on the side, just sitting there like this, spitting. He used to spit. I don't know if he's still got that same assistant coach, the fat one. Yeah. They just whisper next to each other, like they just talk to each other about their fucking plans for the weekend. You know what I mean? So it's like I hated that time, bro. I tried my best to defend this guy at the beginning because we had so many injuries. But when people started to come back and we made more signings in that January, I said I'm not going to be as lenient with this guy. He just was not good enough for the job, bro. You know what I mean? And for me, I think by the time we play you next time, he would have probably been sacked. I'll be so honest. I think he'll probably be sacked. And that's why it's very important that we take West Ham right now before they become a better team. So I think with a better manager, you could bring a little bit of heart into the team, a little bit of grit into the team. What it sounds like to me is like the team's scared, man. And that comes from the manager, bro.
There is no grit. And that's the thing. A game like this, Chelsea, you need players that are going to get stuck in, who are going to really a physical presence in that midfield who's going to put it on your players and give them something to think about. It's a derby, derby type players that know what it means, right? And there isn't. And the Spurs game last season when they came to our ground was one of the most timid West Ham Spurs games I've ever seen. It was absolutely pathetic. The atmosphere was dead because there was no grit and steel on the pitch where there should be, and that's the problem.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I think right now a lot of teams can smell blood when they face West Ham, man. So we need to collect. I need to see some goals being added, man. Because last week Bro, I paid £50 for that ticket and I saw 0 goals. I'm there again tomorrow. I better see some goals, blood. But go on, you predict because you're the home team. Predict first, bro. What you reckon, man?
I said in my preview on West Ham Fan TV, I said 4-1 Chelsea, and I stick with that. I said 4-1. You know what? I'm being real.
I predicted 3. I predicted 3-1 last week against Palace. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna keep a clean sheet. To be honest, what you guys like on corners? We defend them quite well, to be fair.
We're terrible on corners, man. Like I said, if Souček starts, if Souček's in the team, I have more confidence because he's good in the air. But in terms of attacking, we don't win headers in either box, it seems, especially attacking. We went from one of the best set piece teams to one of the worst.
One of the worst.
I used to we used to get a set piece, and I used to be like, like Arsenal fans get like, oh, here we go. Now it don't move me at all. I'm just like, we're not scoring.
I feel for you, man. Sorry, man. But now in terms of prediction, I feel like saying 3-1 again, man. But then I feel like that scoreline's cursed. Because I said it last week against Palace, but surely we have to bag at least 3 against you, man. Like Pedro has to be off the mark. Yeah, I'm gonna say, are we gonna keep a clean sheet? I mean, if we manage to keep one against Palace, you know what? I'm gonna say 3-0 Chelsea. I'm gonna say 3-0 Chelsea. 3-0 Chelsea. I'm gonna go with the same scoreline as last season, bro. The same fixture last season. You know, and we've got a better team now. You know what I'm saying? But Lawless, listen. Love for the time, man. Let them know where they can find you, bro.
Yeah, West Ham Fan TV. I'll be doing a watch along there tomorrow night, so I'm sure the Chelsea fans are going to come and see that. And Lawless Live as well. Got a video coming out with Matisse talking about the Isak situation, so go check out my second channel also. And obviously, This is London with Don on Sunday. That's going to be fun.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know what's funny, bro? Last week I played against D, and he wasn't even there. It was Rich. This week I'm playing against you. I need to check when we play Spurs. I think it's like November times again. That's gonna be interesting. I think that's the same sort of time we play Arsenal as well, bro. October, November times. But yeah, people, listen. Make sure that you lot are subscribing. I'll make sure that I put Lawless's YouTube in the description as well, people. Make sure that you are subscribing to the channel, people. But boys, please don't let me down again, blood. I'm begging you, man. In a bit.